November is here and I'm so ready for those quite spicy, moody fragrances. Because to be honest, the weather has been crazy here. It has been super cold, windy, gray, rainy, just very November-like. So today I will of course share with you my November perfume tray. And let me start out with those two perfumes that I just recently got. Which, let's start out with this one, Oudgasm Milky Musk Oud by Kayali. This one I think is such a hidden gem if you are open to it. I just did a whole video about the two new perfumes and in my opinion they don't really have the perfect names when it comes to the perfume. Like people think, just like with pistachio gelato, people think one thing and then it smells like something different, which doesn't mean it smells bad. It's just that people have a specific feeling going into it without even smelling it, and then they are disappointed when it smells different. So this is a perfume I think a lot of people thought will be like a fresh, musky, milky perfume, most certainly, and then maybe a slight bit of oud, because a lot of their oud perfumes, especially the weaker ones where the oud is not very present, the oud is more like a side player and you don't really smell it that much. And in here you don't really get that. If you look at the keynotes, you have pink pepper, strawberry cream, incense, suede santal, white musk, and silver oud. And I told you in that other video that a lot of people say it smells like Santal 33. Others say it smells like Blanche Bête by Liquide Imaginaire, and I think it is something in between. It has this almost animalic floral aspect to it, which smells like white florals. Then you have this sandalwood that is very, very creamy, but also has something almost like sour to it. But also there is this suede leather feeling about it, which is quite animalic. So this is an animalic perfume. I mean, you have the musk in here. Oud is also a lot of times quite animalic, so it shouldn't surprise you, let's say. But I think because Kayali a lot of times does more mass appealing perfumes, people didn't really go that far when they thought of this perfume and how it will smell like. So to me, it is quite a niche perfume. I think this is the most niche perfume from Kayali I've ever smelled. And I do enjoy it. Santal 33 and Blanche Bête are beast mode perfumes. Super intense. I cannot smell or wear them all the time. And I wouldn't even think of combining the two. Maybe I should do that one day. But this one combines the best of both worlds with more notes in between, but also tones everything down. So this is not a beast mode perfume. It's actually quite moderate to low when it comes to the performance and the sillage. I oversprayed one day and nobody smelled me. So it was actually very humbling. And I thought, oh my God, maybe I oversprayed and everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, who is this person smelling like that? Because as I said, it is quite an animalic scent. But no, nobody smelled me. But I want to give it a fair shot. I want to give it a try. I don't really have perfumes like that in my collection that have this quite prominent animalic twist to them, which I enjoy, because a lot of times those can be like very off-putting to me. But because it combines those other aspects from those two very popular perfumes that I also do enjoy, I quite like it, actually. And then the other one is the Oudgasm Chocolate Oud perfume, which to me doesn't smell like chocolate at all. And there's dark cocoa and chocolate oud, whatever that means, in here. Also caramel, apple, spiced rum, velvet orris, incense. And I would say it smells like everything but dark cocoa and chocolate oud. It smells like caramel, apple, spiced rum, velvet orris, incense. It's spicy, it's fruity, it's boozy, it's still quite fresh. It's not a very dense, heavy scent, but I feel like it's like a lot of other perfumes in the perfume world. Angel Share, Ambre Narile, and a lot of other perfumes, to be honest. So this is not new in my collection when it comes to the DNA, but because it is new, I want to give it a fair shot and see how it compares to all of the other perfumes, because Angel Share is also a very light perfume that is not a beast mode. Then I have the Hermes one, which to me is the most potent, thick, ambery one, and I feel like this could be a little bit more feminine and sweet leaning in comparison to the others, but let's see. And I'm also very interested to see if the performance is going to get any stronger, because this as well is not a strong perfume. But then again, most of the other perfumes like it are also not on the beast mode side of perfumes. Last month I wore The Time by the House of Oud, which to me is like a blueberry muffin tea kind of perfume, but not very sweet and quite elegant and sophisticated and light. And then this one Umbrella for Two by Floraïku, is the younger, sweeter, more playful sister of that. This one is made with a very natural smelling, sweet, authentic black currant, I think it is, or red currant, but like a currant fruit in there, which is sour and tart and fruity and sweet at the same time. It's so playful. And then you have like a rice thing going on, which makes it quite hearty. And I love ricey teas, like teas with like roasted rice in them. So this one reminds me of that a lot, and it's just a very beautiful perfume that is quite unique, and I have to be in the mood for it. And I told you in my last video, I think, that I'm not in my gourmand era at the moment, so I don't like those very sweet, simple perfumes. And this one is on the edge because it is quite sweet, but then you also have beautiful florals in there and this hearty rice, as I said. So it's like a good mixture of gourmandy notes, but also something else. So I'm looking forward to wear this, funnily enough, not with an umbrella, but on very warm, sunny November days. Just like Soie Malaquais by Dries van Noten, it's still one of my favorite perfumes, and I'm thinking about doing like maybe a floral, fresh fall scents, because to me, when I look at fall perfume videos, it's mostly spicy, dense, thick perfumes, and I'm just not in the mood for that. I am, as I said, not in the mood for super gourmand perfume, so I'm looking for something like, I was thinking like, what is not a gourmand perfume that is fall appropriate? Because my clean, fresh perfumes, let's say Musk Therapy, J'adore, Do, things like that, I wouldn't wear in the fall and winter time, and they're not like strong and potent enough. So I'm thinking about doing like maybe a video about that, but I have to see. I have to look out for perfumes like that. If you have perfumes like that in your mind right now, please let me know in the comments and tell me which clean, fresh perfumes you would suggest for the fall and winter time. Let me know. But anyway, Soie Malaquais is just like One Umbrella for Two, something in between, because it has this gourmand aspect to it, like something cocoa-like, but then there's also tart fruitiness and beautiful plush florals in the most refined way. One Umbrella for Two is also beautifully made, but it's a little bit more simple and fun. And Soie Malaquais is just the ultimate sophisticated perfume that is never trying too hard. It's just so easy and still so special. Beautiful. It's like a silky perfume. It's creamy, it's light, but so different. It's just different. So if you've never tried it before, please try it out. And the last one I really want to get to know is this one, which was in my advent calendar, and I'm going to be honest, it was in the number one. And I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, advent calendar, and there's like a solar summer perfume on day one. Like I really wanted to have like, you know, like something I could wear straight away. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. This is not a summer perfume whatsoever. I'm going to tell you about the notes. I was so shook. The accords are sweet, creamy, floral. And then you have notes like heliotrope in there, mandarin, pepper, osmanthus, patchouli, honey, vanilla, musk, and vetiver. And I smelled it and I was like, this reminds me of something. This reminds me of something else. This reminds me of, what is it? This, to me, is a 50-50 combination of Amouage Guidance and Amouage Sunshine Woman, which are my favorite perfumes from the brand when it comes to the women's perfumes. The Sunshine is also an osmanthus perfume, but there is this tobacco thing going on, which is so interesting, but it's mostly an osmanthus perfume. And so I did smell that, but then comes through this Guidance DNA. It's just like Baccarat Rouge. You just know it. You just know it. And it's also an osmanthus perfume. But there's something in there, and I don't know what it is. It's this almost like boozy, fruity thing going on, and then something floral, something spicy, but also creamy. And it smells so rich and sophisticated, and it's, I don't know, I saw Solar Flair and I was like, okay, this is going to be like a sunny summer perfume, and it's not. It's actually, this could be one of those non-super gourmandy fall perfumes. Maybe this is my number one, because it is pulling from different directions, but it's also quite, not light, but it's not a super dense perfume. Like Amouage Guidance is so dense, which I think is the reason a lot of people think it's just too much. And Sunshine Woman is a very light perfume, which I adore. And so this one has the best of both worlds in it. And yeah, it surprised me so much. Let me know if you've tried this one. These are the perfumes I really want to wear. I'm sure there will be others throughout the month, but these are the ones I'm super excited about and want to give a fair shot. So let me know which ones you want to wear, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.